Good morning, Wadsworth. How's everybody doing?
Wonderful. Good morning, Jane.
Good morning. I'm Janie Parrish from the Wadsworth Chamber of Commerce, along with my stunningly gorgeous, debonair, and oh so kind co-host, Michael Reynolds.
Well, thank you again for that wonderful introduction, Janie, as
Yeah.
always.
I'd like to give him a little boost for the weekend in case his self-esteem went down during the week. I like to build him back up. Yeah. So Michael's the director of sales for the Wadsworth Post newspaper, and also he and his wife Lisa are the proud owners of Pine Valley Golf Club.
Yes.
So they have been working tirelessly, and and it has truly cut into my social life. So today we're here with some very special people. It's a mother and son team. So we have Stacey Ries along with their son Wade. How do you spell Wade?
W-A-D-E.
Perfect. And so Stacey works for a company that I had not heard of before, and it's called KAZ, K-A-Z.
Correct.
Okay, so welcome, Did I say Stephanie?
Stacey, you're good.
Did I? You know what? I work with Stephanie, and so she's always on my head now, I guess. So, Stacey, I apologize.
Oh, no worries.
Yeah. Okay, so Stacey, tell us about KAZ.
So KAZ Company is our main goal is to help educate people who are eligible for Medicare.
Okay.
We understand how confusing it is, so our purpose is to help educate people as to what their options are. If we're able to assist you, then we're honored to be able to do that for you. So.
Wow. So how do you go about this? How do you find your clients? Yeah.
Well, we do a lot of different advertising. I do seminars at the senior center over here at 3 o'clock every second Monday of the month. So
Nice.
It's just a one-on-one, help answer your questions about Medicare and who's eligible, when you're eligible, when can you do it, what's the difference between the different types that you can get. So really to help educate and at least give them some direction as to what to do, whether you're turning 65, whether you're eligible for it because of other reasons, or if you just need to make sure you're on the most appropriate plan. Because once you pick, you have options even throughout the year.
Okay.
And then once you have someone that you know you can help, what happens then?
I usually meet with them. Again, I'm not a salesperson. I mean, I am, but I'm not. I want to educate you, and if I can help you, I would be honored to do that, but there's no cost to any of my clients that I meet with. So if you do choose a plan that I represent, and I represent many, then that plan pays me. So there's no cost to anybody that I meet with. So, and a lot of times I've helped them, they show them benefits that they had that they didn't even know they had. Like if they're a state retiree and they should be getting their health care through that avenue, but I've met with some that didn't even know that, and I've been on the phone with them and their agency that they need to use for that, just so they can get those benefits, because they're entitled to them. And I want to do whatever's most appropriate for them, whether it's with me or not. I still want to give them that direction.
And what you offer, like supplementary?
Supplementary, drug plans, Medicare Advantage plans, dual plans if you're Medicare, Medicaid. So anything Medicare. We will help you, educate you, and show you the options.
Well, tell us about the company KAZ.
So KAZ stands for, I can't even think, Kathy's last name. Kathy Herco is the president of the company, founder of the company almost 9 years ago. And I think it's Kazowitz. So it's just short for for that. So there's 17 of us agents at that company. Our office is in Independence, but my office really is wherever the person I'm meeting with. So I'll meet you at the senior center, I'll meet you at your home, I'll meet you at the library, and I see clients. Yep, anywhere you want. And I see clients as far up as Cleveland, and I have clients all the way down in Gallion. So, and a lot here in Wadsworth too. So.
Yeah. So when you're getting close and you're not sure if they're going to go with you or not, you bring Wade in to close the
Yeah,
deal.
right.
Close it
Say
for me.
my alias is Wade's mom. So Wade's been volunteering here at the senior center since he could walk.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
So most people don't really know my first name. I'm just Wade's mom.
They're crazy whenever they see me.
Hey, so tell us, how did you become involved with KAZ?
Well, I got involved because I've been in the medical field most of my life. I was a medic in the Army when I was 17 years old. Did 8 years there, and then I worked for a doctor's office. I was a medical assistant, did the billing and coding, and always ask, what's your insurance? And be like, I don't know which card is it. I'm like, how do you not know what your health insurance is? Well, now that I'm on this side of Medicare, and I got into it because my parents were getting close to Medicare age, and what better way to help them than to be on the inside, right? And now that I'm on this side of it, I feel terrible that at 22 years old back then that I didn't know as much as I do now. I understand why you're so confused.
Sure.
It is confusing, and so our goal is to help you, understand it, because it is a lot of information.
So walk us through, like you sat down with somebody, somebody contacted you, okay, and so walk us through what you would do.
So first I would want to get a list of your medications.
Okay.
Because we want to make sure your medications are covered by whatever plan you choose. Because
Okay.
if your drugs aren't on that company's formulary, it's not a good fit.
Sure.
So we're going to make sure your meds first are covered by the companies that we're looking at for you. I would also want a list of your doctors, because we want to make sure your doctors are in the networks of whatever plans we're looking at for you. So then I would put all that information into the Medicare.gov, which anybody can go to, and we'll see what lists what companies pop up for you. Usually there's 47 options or more. So the meds help narrow down what our costs are going to be. Then the doctors narrow down which ones are going to be even an option for you, because a lot of people don't want to leave their doctors. So that narrows our results down, and then we go from there, whichever choices we have. The other thing to look at is, do you want a supplement or do you want a Medicare Advantage? And the biggest difference between the two, there's a lot of differences, but the biggest difference is a supplement, you pay a monthly premium, and you typically have no other bills. A Medicare Advantage plan typically has a very low premium, if a premium at all, maybe no premium, but you pay as you use it, very similar to your employer plans, co-pays, stuff like that. So that is, there's no free plan. You're paying no matter which way you go. It really is a matter of how much are you going to use it? Do you travel a lot? Is it easier for you to budget your money every month and just pay that premiums that way? Or is it easier to just pay as you use it? You're that guy that never will go to the doctor no matter how awful you feel. Why would you pay a monthly premium? You pay as you use it kind of thing. But again, there's other differences. Everybody's scenarios are different. There is not a one-size-fits-all. It's kind of like a mortgage. Just because you qualified for one type doesn't mean you qualify for another. So everybody's unique, and there is a plan that will fit your situation. It's just a matter of getting all the facts and what's most appropriate for you.
Between the two, with one that is pay the premium and one is pay as you go, what percentage of each of those do you think?
I do 50-50.
It's
Yeah. Like I said, they're both great plans, and they're both going to cover your medical needs. It's just a matter of, can you even afford those premiums?
Sure.
You know, I mean, there's those supplements have no network. So if you live in Florida 6 months out of the year, that might be an option you want to look at. So again, there's just different things that you need to know, and I go through all of that so that we're helping you to be educated on what is appropriate for you. Because if you didn't know that, you wouldn't know that.
And how would you know it?
Right.
Right.
Unless I sit down and meet with you. So again, we're looking at everything about you and what's appropriate for you, what fits you.
So tell us about the kind of classes that you're doing at the senior center.
So when I do the senior center classes, they're about an hour. It's at 3 o'clock every second Monday of the month.
Okay.
And what I do is do a Medicare 101. I go over the different parts of Medicare, Part A, Part B. What are the premiums for those? How are you eligible for them? What's the difference between a supplement and a Medicare Advantage? Are there penalties if you don't enroll when you should? And yes, there is. So if you're not sure, meet with an independent agent so that you can make sure you're not doing something where you might incur penalties down the road if you do need it. So, and I've seen that happen too.
Wow, so you're kind of like a travel agent, really.
A little bit. And like I said, if you're already in a good spot, I'm going to be the first one to tell you, stay put. You know, I can't help you right now. You need to stay with what you have. But if something happens down the road, or if you know somebody else, you know, pass my name along. If you think I did a good job, that's all I ask. You know, I'm out there to look for what is most appropriate for you, whether it's what you're already on or other options that you didn't even know existed.
And the classes are open to anyone?
Anyone, yeah.
You know,
Yep.
people such as Janie and I, they're 25 or 30 years away from that.
Right, right.
You know, we'd be okay coming to
Absolutely,
listen and learn.
absolutely, yeah. Whether you're new to Medicare, whether you're already on it, because I've met with people that been on Medicare for 20 years, didn't know they could change, but on that same plan they signed up for 20 years ago, and paying a lot of costs for their medications because they're not on the formularies. So I've been able to save some people money that they didn't even know that they were.
I heard every other month a rumor that you also provide free margaritas at one of those meetings. Is that
Would that be true?
Right. No, I haven't heard that one.
I think I have.
That's the one. I think that's the one we were going to attend.
Yeah, that's the one. But to get educated for yourself and your parents,
Yes.
that would be a good one to
And it
come
is
to.
good.
Absolutely.
I recommend that the children be there with their parents because it is confusing already, and sometimes it's good to have that second set of ears, when they're doing it.
Oh, absolutely.
So that you can help your parents, because it is hard, and I will try to help them as much as I can, but sometimes they need their kids
Well,
too.
and sometimes they probably just want to throw their arms up and say, I don't want any of it then.
Yeah.
I don't want to deal with it.
Well, I've seen that happen too, but again, you got to watch those penalties if you're not.
Yes, and that's where, like I said, having someone else in the family there with you might be able to settle that down, at least listen to the options so they can later on
Correct.
steer them in the right direction.
Correct. Yes.
So the KAZ company must be growing.
Yes.
Yes, if you're up to 17
Yeah.
agents. Okay. So what number were you when you came in?
I don't know. I think I was like 11 or 12 maybe.
Okay.
So I've been doing this for almost 6 years. Been with KAZ for about a year now, a little over a year now. But I find it very rewarding when I'm able to help somebody that didn't know, what they were inside. Especially even if it's not through a plan I offer. This last lady I helped, she had a state retiree plan and she didn't know. And I'm like, well, you have to use a special agency. You can't use me. Let's call them, and see if the plan. And she saved over $1,000 that year. Yeah, because she was paying premiums she didn't need to pay, and
That's a lot of
got her in touch
margaritas.
with
It
Rick.
absolutely
Yeah,
is.
but it was just nice. It was fulfilling that I could help her. And that's going to make a huge difference for her, and just to get those entitlements that she has earned.
And in the
Yes.
end, you received no benefit from
No,
doing it. It
I
was just
didn't,
giving the
but
advice.
just helping her get in the right direction. It's a good feeling.
Absolutely. I could see it would be a good feeling. And geographically, how large of an area does KAZ company?
All of Northeast Ohio.
Okay.
Yeah, we've got agents everywhere, so that's why there's 17 of us. So we can help anybody. If I can't get there, one of us can.
Are there territories?
We're not. Nope.
No?
No,
Okay.
there's like I said, there's too many people to help that we cannot help everybody. So, if there's somebody that we can help, again, there's thousands and thousands. We're one of the largest areas in the United States that have turning 65 or Medicare age. So, I could not help everybody. I need my
Right.
team.
Yeah. Well, the nice thing, too, is that when you help someone, just like that lady that you talked to, then when she refers you to others, they want you. Just like somebody in another spot, if they get a referral, that person wants them.
Yep.
Yeah, because you've already built that relationship,
Yeah.
and you can recommend. Yeah, so I think that's awesome because territories are tough.
They are.
Yeah. No. Like I said.
And if you have territories where you're not allowed to help in there, it sort of creates that, it's a competition type situation, but it can create less likelihood that they would help you out and vice your partners out when you need to actually help a client.
Yeah,
So
no territories.
that's good to hear.
No.
Now, in the years that KAZ has been around, has there been a lot of changes to the services you provide?
No, we've been, our main focus has been the educational of it.
Okay.
So we are out there in the community trying to help people understand what their options are, so that they can get in the right directions that they need to be in. But everybody thought we were crazy when we started doing that. But education is the key, you know, and it's hard enough to figure it out on your own if you don't.
Oh boy.
Have that.
And your
So.
services may not have changed, what services you offer, but the training you probably have to go through with all the different changes over in
Yes,
the laws.
Medicare does change their rules every year. So, and that's what the open enrollment period is for. So here, October, you're going to see a lot of commercials on TV for Medicare. open enrollment is October 15th through December 7th. And if anybody who's on Medicare needs to get with any agent, their agent they already have, or an independent agent like myself. And when I say independent agent, I mean I represent most of those major carriers out there. So I really am looking for the plan that fits your needs. So I'm not going to steer you towards one or the other. It really doesn't matter. They all pay me. So I really want the one that's appropriate for you. Has your doctors, has your drugs, your medications. So open enrollment is that chance for you to review the plan you're on now and make sure it's still a good fit for 2020. Again, anybody who would like to have that review done, they contact me or another independent agent so that you can see if it's still going to work next year. This is your time to change. So between those October 15th, December 7th, you can make a change. It'll be effective January 1st with all the new 2020 changes that the plans make. Yep.
Yes.
Do you have a high percentage of people that make changes?
It really depends. Like I said, I review all of my clients, so I do all, I will go through all of their plans and say, oh, looks like, the plan you're on is still a good fit. Unless you're unhappy with it, I really don't recommend a change right now. And they're like, okay, great. It's half or half. It just depends on if their meds, some of the benefits, are a little different. So, but the meds is the biggest thing. If I can save you $100 on your medications because this other company has that drug on a lower tier formulary, that's $100 a month. I mean, that's...
It adds up.
Yes, it does.
So
now, for example, if you are coming up where you can receive the Medicare benefit, and what age would that be?
65.
65,
Yeah.
okay. And what should you do?
If you're turning 65 and you're just eligible for Medicare, because you can be under 65 and have Medicare. So if you're on disability for 24 months and longer, you can qualify for Medicare. So there's some other reasons. So not just 65-year-olds on Medicare. But if you're new to Medicare and turning 65, you should get your card, or you are able to get your card 3 months prior to your birthday. And that's when you can start meeting with somebody like myself and start reviewing what your options are. And you can make those decisions 3 months prior, and then your Medicare will be effective your birth month. And then you have a little window after if you forgot that you turned 65 and you need to get out of plan. You do have a little bit of a grace period 3 months after, so if you forgot.
Okay.
Now, is it coordinated with the Social Security benefits at all or anything like that?
No, it's two separate things. If you want to draw your Social Security, then your Medicare premium will come out of the Social Security benefit that you're drawing. But if you don't have to, just because full retirement age isn't even 65 anymore for many of us. 66, 67, depending on your
82.
age.
Right where
Yeah,
mine might be 90.
mine might be 82, yes. So
Yeah. Wow, you are a wealth of information. Now, how do people contact you?
well, you can call me directly. My number is 330-416-1033, right? What is it, Wade?
330-416-1033.
Right.
Very good.
Or you can contact me by email if that's easier, and that's sries, R-I-E-S, at MedicarePlansNEO.com. And NEO stands for Northeast Ohio.
And also, all of your information's on the Chamber website, too.
Perfect.
So if people are interested, they can just, and they're going, I don't have a pencil to write this down. Yeah, you can just go to the Chamber website and you're listed
Yeah,
there.
thank
And
you.
it's under the KAZ company, KAZ.
KAZ.
Yeah. Okay, so how are you getting the word out that this is what you're doing and that you're here to help?
Well, I'm on the Wadsworth community radio right now.
Good.
I got you guys.
Yep.
The senior center. I also work with a couple clinics up in Cleveland, Oak Street clinics, which are Oak Street Health. It's a phenomenal model that they use. So I go up every once in a while, and I'm an agent of the day there.
Okay.
So, but referrals is my preferred method.
Yeah,
So.
well, that's good.
Yeah,
No,
absolutely.
Not that I'm biased, but I'm going to give you a slight recommendation.
Thank you, Mike.
As it should be.
I am
Yeah.
in the Suprema newsletter
Yeah.
that goes out.
Now, before we came in here to film this, I met Stacey in the bathroom, and she had just finished volunteering at the senior center,
Oh,
calling
wow.
bingo.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Wade and I, huh?
Yeah. How'd you do calling bingo? Could you read the numbers? Absolutely.
Were they happy with your calls? Some
Did-
the people that won it were, right?
Yeah, we're very happy with that. Okay. So, and I know you're involved otherwise in the community as well.
I'm on the Wadsworth Older Adults Foundation, so we help with that. Well, the senior center, and then, well, his school this year and he starts kindergarten, so we'll be active there.
Yep, at Franklin Elementary.
Oh, very
Yep.
good.
And so that's going to be a big change for you. Yeah, a big change for both of you.
For Wade as well. Absolutely. You have to watch some of those bigger doors, though, because you
Yeah.
don't want to
They're
smash
really
another finger, huh?
Yeah, he had a finger smash. When he's telling me, I was just cringing about it. So tell us about you.
Okay.
Yeah, where you grew up.
I grew up in West Salem, Ohio.
Okay.
My family had a big Christmas tree farm down there. My aunt and uncle, Eichel's Christmas tree farm. My grandma used to work at the IGA down there. Joined the Army when I was 17. I was a medic.
What made you do that?
I wanted it to pay for my college.
Okay.
So, joined at 17. My parents had to sign so I could go.
And where were you stationed?
My unit was in Brook Park, 135th Military Police Unit. So I was a
Wow.
medic for the police unit there.
Very nice. Yeah. So then, where did you meet your husband?
I met him at in Seville.
Okay.
Her dog found her.
Yeah, my dog met. He
His
found.
name was Rubble.
We used to go hang out up there, and my dog would go with me, and I asked him to hold my dog while I went to the bathroom. I never got him back.
Oh,
Make
nice.
sure you
Here
find
we
a nice.
are.
Make sure you find a nice guy.
That
right?
was 17 years ago.
So then you moved to Wadsworth.
I lived in Seville at that time. I moved to Seville about 99. I used my GI.
We sold
VA.
it in 3 days.
Yeah.
Wow.
Good
And
for
now
you
we're
guys.
living at my grandma's house for like 10 months. 10
Okay.
months.
Yeah.
Yep.
Living
It's always good to be around Grandma.
Oh boy, we were just talking about
Well,
his grandma.
She is not here. She's down at the lake house organizing my grandpa's house that just passed away.
Okay.
Okay.
That sounds good. Yeah. So tell us what you like about Wadsworth.
Oh, I love the community. The First Fridays, especially the senior center. I think that's really what drew me in. Because when I was looking for somewhere to volunteer after I had Wade, I wanted something where I could bring him with me
Sure.
and volunteer, because I didn't want to give up a day away from him
Yeah.
to volunteer. So this was a great fit, and I've gotten involved through the senior center here. Because like I said,
That's
we've been
excellent.
doing it for 5 years now, since he could walk. He was 1 when we started volunteering.
Wow.
Yep.
Yesterday at the chamber, we had a mom and a daughter came in, and they were moving here from Chippewa Lake. And the mom she bought a condo up at the north end, and she knew all about the senior center. Like, she didn't know Wadsworth yet, but she knew all the things that were going on at the senior center. And I think we're so
Oh, it's
lucky.
an incredible asset to the community.
Yeah.
No
It is.
question
I
about
mean,
that.
it's what's gotten me involved. I mean, we're in the Blue Tip Parade now. We walk with the senior center and the parade almost every year, So if it wasn't for the senior center, I don't know I would have been as
We sneak
involved.
over there and eat pancakes. But
Yeah. The cafe is
Yeah.
great.
You know, we haven't done that
We
for a
have not.
while. I think it's about time that we do that. But that is wonderful for other moms to know, too, that you could bring your child.
They
'cause-
love seeing him.
Oh, yes.
Oh,
I can
my
imagine
If I
that.
walk in and I don't have him, where's Wade? I'm like, I know, I'm working today.
Oh, but isn't that great that you can do that? Because
Yes.
that makes sense. That
Yeah.
you don't, if you're going to volunteer, you don't want to leave your child.
No, I wanted to
Yeah.
do something with
Yeah,
them.
you don't have to make the choice of volunteer or spend time with my
Yeah.
family. So that's great to hear.
Yeah.
But everybody loves good kids, and he's a good kid. I can tell he's a good kid.
I think I'll keep him, huh?
Yeah,
It's impressive he's sat in here this long for our show
yeah,
and seems to be enjoying himself. So.
yeah. Seems and he knows your business.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's really impressive.
Yeah,
He knows your phone
that
number and everything else
is.
to advertise.
Yeah, he understands it.
All you
yeah.
need is a sandwich board for him to run around with on that has your information on it. Or
Yeah.
give him a shirt that has the phone number. I don't know.
Wade's
What?
mom, huh?
Yeah.
Oh,
What are you talking about?
that's so cute. So I know you're going away this weekend, and somebody's got a birthday on Monday.
Ooh.
Oh boy, that is exciting. So you're going to be 6? Oh my goodness! And starting kindergarten, what a great time!
I'm going to be in soccer also.
And soccer, Wadsworth is known for their
It
soccer.
absolutely is. So,
Yeah.
so what's the big present that you want for your birthday this year? Does Mom know?
Sunglasses case. What else?
I like the sunglasses
Yes.
case.
An interesting choice. but
Yeah,
I, like it.
don't think I would have ever thought that. So I like
It was a
it.
Spider-Man case, and I really wanted it.
Okay.
So, and I also have Spider-Man glasses that I want to put it in, so if I drop it, the glasses won't break.
Good. Always thinking ahead.
Always thinking ahead. Well, Stacey Ries and Wade, we are so happy, and what a service you bring.
Yes.
We are so happy that you came to see us today. And I mean, truly, what a great service that you bring. It's affordable. I like that.
Thank you for
but-
the service you're providing, but also
Really?
just for the volunteering. And
Yeah.
we always need more people doing that. And so certainly as much as Suprema Senior Center is an asset to the community, obviously you are as well, as is Wade. And I'm sure starting him young, he will be for a long time to come.
I
Yeah.
hope so.
So Stacey Ries and, of course, Wade from the KAZ company, KAZ,
Yep.
thank you so much.
Thank you.
And Michael's going to sign us off.
Have a great weekend and week, Wadsworth.